lost a lot of weight. He's pointed his pythons here. He looks a bit sad. Even his moustache looks a bit sad. So hanging there, Ulster. It's unbelievable the amount of steroids he would have pumped into his body that he is still alive and going strong when others like Kurt Hennig and Ultimate Warrior have found their fate earlier.
Yeah.
So, but, good luck to Hulk. Hope he's feeling better soon.
I want to meet him. I want to meet him before he, passes. I was going to fly over there for my 40th, but thanks to COVID, that destroyed that dream.
It's funny because my wife and I were just talking about my 40th, which is coming up in about 18 months. And I was saying that WrestleMania is on the cards.
Oh, there you go. Great. All right, well, that wraps up Merch Perch for the week. Let's get into what's online.
Did you see what was online? What's online? Some bloke selling some LJN figures on eBay. What's he asking? He's asking too much. Well, did you make an offer? Make an offer. You can't make an offer. It's an auction. Well, just slide into his DMs. Maybe he wants to let them go for less. Maybe he's just trying to whet your appetite. Well, I don't know. We'll just make an offer. I can't make an offer. It's an auction. We'll just slide right in to the DMs. What else is online? Oh, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff online.
Mate, I was talking earlier about select supremacy. I just thought I'd show you what is available. So I've stolen 2 photos off other sites today. This is the style of the premium card. So that card there is a Bashar Hooley superstar patch. So limited to 25. You've got a swatch of the jersey there that would be from their charity game. They do a charity game. I can't remember who they play against. It's Richmond St Kilda, I think. And autographed in a booklet. Okay, so that's a really cool card. And then just the standard cards. Here's some guy, Lindsay Campbell. Sorry, Lindsay, for using your photo. But you've got another signature there, a Crow signature. You've got the base cards of varying rarities, a rookie card, a patch card, and a goal-kicking greats card there as well. So they're really cool. I'm going to be looking for some of the Freo ones as they go along. But if you didn't get a chance to buy them, they're sold out already. So Select has this for you. They had 4,800 boxes at $700 each. They sold out in minutes. So what's that? Nearly $3 million of sales.
Wow.
And that's just for that release.
Good on them.
So
Good on them.
One day, $3 million worth of sales. Now, I've changed my what's online a little bit because that was online, but now I'm going to do what's on the shelf. Okay, we're changing it up. What's on the shelf? Because I was at Target the other day just having a wander, and I saw this, and it just threw me straight back in that nostalgic way. Do you remember this game, James?
Yeah, I do.
How good was Test Match? It was the greatest cricket game you could ever imagine as a kid. Look at those kids on the front cover. They look so happy. There's not much diversity in that cricket game, but they are very happy there. Luckily, they've got one of the girls playing too. That's probably a new addition from when I was a kid. But then something caught my eye. Is there anything that catches your eye there, James?
No.
I'll zoom in a bit here.
The fact that it's
2 to 22 players. Can you imagine having 22 people sitting around the table to try and play this cricket game?
It's almost a battle royal.
Mate, I thought I might try it at school with the kids in the classroom. Hey, kids, let's get 22 people around where only 2 people are doing anything. We'll have 10 people sitting and waiting because they're the batting team, and then we'll have 10 people being the fielders. But very, very cool. I actually thought about buying it the other day, but I'm sure I've got it somewhere here. The other thing I saw online, this is back to online now, what's on the shelf was finished, $25 for Test Match, so it's a good price. Was this soon to be released? The $6 million man, Hollywood elite of Andre the Giant as Bigfoot. Now, who in their stupid mind would want to buy that?
Oh, I hear what you say. It's a great representation of the character, but my goodness, far out, Mattel.
This is the dumbest range of figures I have ever seen. The all out of bubblegum Hot Rod Rowdy Piper was okay, and I would, I'd probably get it if I had it easily available, but if I wouldn't go to my way to get it. But I'm looking at Andre the Giant dressed up as the Bigfoot, and it It is just dumb. I can't think of another word. This is the dumbest figure I've ever seen. And if you buy this figure, you're as dumb as it, because I just do not get it. I don't understand how somebody could look at that as an adult and think, oh, I would like to have that in my collection. It's not a wrestler. So it's not like Andre. You can't just take him and go, hey, we're going to get Hulk Hogan and we're going to slam you and we'll recreate WrestleMania 3. He didn't slam Bigfoot. He slammed Andre. So why would you buy that? I just don't get it. And like kids, if your kids saw that at the shops, why would they buy it?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
so they're clearly aimed at adult collectors, but I don't know why any adult would actually look at that and think, oh, I need to have that in my collection.
Yeah. You know, in
Yeah.
my humble opinion, you know what the worst Mattel figures are, or the worst wrestling figures are? Well,
I know which is your worst. Rey Mysterio.
No. My worst crossover is, I might get a bit of hate here, but the Masters of the Universe line, the wrestling line. They're the worst.
No, because at least but there's a reason you buy those.
What's the reason?
If I was a He-Man collector, I would buy them because they're like they fit two loves, He-Man and wrestling. But they sort of cross together. Whereas
doesn't make sense.
Andre the Giant is Bigfoot. Did people actually like him as Bigfoot? Was he an amazing actor? No. So anyway, what's online? What did you find, mate?
Mate, well, I've kept a bit of a Hulk Hogan theme going after seeing Rob Care's singlet. For me, I found this. I love these jackets. Love them. The old school Hulk Hogan sports jackets. How good were they? The Ultimate Warrior one and the Hulk Hogan one.
So badly as a kid. I saw this in the magazine and I wanted it so bad.
Mate, you'd see kids wearing them in the crowds and all the pay-per-view and the videos that you're watching. Now, this is signed by Hulk Hogan himself, and it's signed starting bid $1,100, and I'm pretty sure it's an Australian seller that is selling this. If you're in the group, let us know.
Yeah, cool.
Great piece. Great piece. I almost bought a Ultimate Warrior one a couple of years ago for almost, I think it was like $85, and I refused it. Wow. I regret it now. I really want that Warrior one. Next up, I picked this because I had this in my bedroom as a kid, less the lines on the side, but a full size poster of Hulk Hogan. It's signed as well. So I had that above my bed. So every morning I'd wake up and he'd be staring at me, and that's online for $1,000 too.
You didn't have nightmares waking up next to that?
No. It was I was inspired, mate. I'd get out of bed and hit the gym. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. Yeah. Hulk Hogan poster from the magazines that I remember so well. The Immortal. Remember that one from the magazines?
Yeah.
No, that is a classic image of Hulk Hogan.
Now, James, just look at that poster. Imagine if you were the bloke in the crowd to his right.
Yeah.
And your stupid face is on every poster in every kid's room.
Yeah.
Because the definition in that poster is incredible for the time that it was taken.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Just that is insane. Like, at least with the kids, there's some kids' faces in the background. They're sort of obscured. And then the ring ropes sort of go through all the other people's faces so you can't quite see them. But then there's one bloke who his whole mug is just sitting right there in between the top rope and the middle rope.
And he looks happy. He looks
really happy. Well, who wouldn't be happy in the 80s watching live wrestling and Hulk with the title ripping his shirt off?
It'd be awesome. My parents actually back in the 70s saw Bobby the Brain Heenan and Andre the Giant come out to Australia to wrestle.
Oh wow!
And they used to. I can't remember where it was, but they used to remember them talking about how shocked, how big. What's his name was Andre the Giant. He was huge, just a massive, massive man.
Do you reckon he was dressed as Bigfoot?
Yeah, maybe. Well, that wraps up what's online. Great segment once again, buddy. So let's jump into what are we up to? Fig preview and review.
It's time to review a fig from today or the past. Which will it be? Stay tuned to find out.
Now, exciting guys! We've got a new toy line that we are discussing. So we cracked the WWF Hasbro line and even included our Black Series line. If you missed all that, go back to previous episodes and have a listen. especially the Black Card series. I was pretty impressed with what we come up with. But we listened to our members. Chris and I decided, we negotiated, we talked about it, and we decided that we were going to choose to talk about the Mattel WWE Legends line. So tonight we're going to kick it off with Series 1. I'll start, Chris, if you don't mind.
Go for it, mate.
So I remember back in the day, I'm a sign writer by trade. I was in the stores. I had a whole bunch of classic superstars, and I saw these Mattels, and I was like, they look like absolute shit. I didn't like them. Didn't like them. I loved the artwork. Like that artwork there that you're looking at right now was superb. Yeah. It was amazing. But they, over time, they got to about Series 3, and then I started buying them. Right? And thankfully I did, because a lot of them have gone up in value. So I bought this whole line, and I'm going to say my favorite by far was my favorite by far was a Ricky Dragon Steamboat, because it looked like him the most. It was a bit more, that accessory with the, what do they call that, a little gator or a Komodo dragon?
Isn't it Komodo? Yeah.
Komodo dragon. But I guess I couldn't split dragon between the hawk and animal. They were great figures as well.
So
how about we do this? Okay. Chris? How about you share your favorite, and then we'll go through each figure.
So for me, I wasn't happy with LOD. You're going to bring out LOD Elites, you got to go with the classic red and black. You don't go WCW black. Look, to be honest, my favorite of that series at that time would have been Stone Cold. But what I see when I look at this image of the original promo poster is how well the Elites have improved in terms of their quality. Because the quality here, the face scans, the body sculpts are not good. But now I would say every Elite that comes out is a very close likeness to the actual superstar. So for me, Stone Cold would have been a must-have in that lineup.
Yeah. What blows me away, Series 1, like that's when you're launching a product. Like, I don't think any of those figures would make my top 6 or top, characters would make my top 6 first debut release. Yeah,
it's a strange choice.
LOD, maybe. Sergeant Slaughter, no. Ricky the Dragon, no. Dusty and Stone Cold, no. But anyway, let's kick it off. Let's kick it off with Animal and Hawk from LOD. Thoughts, opinions?
Should have been red and black, and the bodies are too small. They're too skinny.
Yeah, I tend to agree, but I think the black is pretty cool. I think that is their original kind of get up, and I didn't mind it. I still have
Kim Laurinaitis, who is Animal's wife or widow. Did you see that she shared a picture at the WrestleCade thing in the US this week of their original spikes, the first ones they ever wore together, and they had them at this show, and the two people owned them separately, and they'd brought them back together. So they had the artwork on them is sensational. I'll see if I can find it. I'll share it on our page. But it was really, really cool, and something that you don't see very often is their original spike. So yeah, cool stuff.
That's great. Next up, we've got Sergeant Slaughter.
Should have, again, it's the wrong outfit. It should be his camo.
Woeful figure. Terrible figure. I actually had that sold it. For me, Stone Cold, I don't think deserved to be in that line. Not the first series. He wasn't a legend.
I think he's a legend.
At that stage. Now, I've said this on many occasions. This, by far, is the worst figure of Dusty Rhodes ever produced.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think it's a shocker. And you know what? It actually sells really well for money.
It does.
Still, but it's a shocker.
It does. And last but not least, Ricky the Dragon. And for me, it's my favorite. I still have that in my collection today. The best of a bad bunch, really.
Yeah, I think the Ricky the Dragon's pretty cool too. I don't remember him wearing red much. I remember him mainly wearing his white robe, but I do a little bit. But the head sculpt looks really good. The headband's really cool. It's the right body shape. Really cool. Yeah, good work, Ricky.
Yeah, cool. Well, next episode, guys, we will be discussing Series 2 of the Legends line. So let's wrap that up and let's hear a word from our major sponsor.
Coming towards the ring,
Mattel, Jax, Hasbro,
LJN, Remco, Super 7. Are you looking for a store that's